You have been chosen to spend 50 days in a pristine room and win $5 million by completing the task. If one of you leaves, the prize fund will drop to $1 million for the remaining person. Enjoy your stay in the pristine room. The young couple, Catherine and Michael, accepted a lucrative offer to participate in the experiment. All that is required of the participants is to spend 50 days together in one room. The prize is $5 million, which Michael and Kat discuss enthusiastically about what to spend on. The girl doubts that all this is true because the conditions are too simple and the reward is too large. Michael reassures her that they just got lucky. Sometimes it happens, and you just need to relax and enjoy. There is nothing in the room but a bed, a shower that turns out to be designed for one person at a time, and a control model through which they can learn about the rules of staying in the room and receive specially designed food. The light turns off automatically at 10 o'clock, and Kat also set an alarm for 7 in the morning. All these conditions seem trivial to the couple, as the reward more than covers all the inconveniences. The next day, they hand over all their clothes and receive others in return. But to this, Michael says that now they look like the mentally ill. But Catherine questions why he is doing all this. He is some kind of warrior professor who is the founder of this project, as Michael tells. Previously, this professor found some unremarkable family in Middle America. But the dad was a pastor, the mom was a baker, the kids went to the only school in town. And then he spent $150 million to see what would happen if he made them famous, like the Kardashians. The professor did everything for them Hollywood PR people, stylists, any whim for his money. At first, everything worked. The children got important modeling contracts. But the father starred in sitcoms, commercials, and series, and the mother became a manager at a factory. But then she shot him when she found him in bed with another woman and went to jail for murder. The son disappeared without a trace, and the daughter died of an overdose of some nasty stuff. Almost 2 days have already passed. Michael begins to say that he hates the clock, that it seems to have gone backward. He begins to feel that the seconds are longer than usual, about 1.3 times longer than regular seconds. But the 50 days in the end could turn out to be about 3 months, to which Catherine says that the second day is not yet over, and conspiracy theories are already being put forward. You just need to relax, and you shouldn't stare at the clock for long. Wake up time. Enjoy your stay in the pristine room. The morning alarm clock that Kate set, which can't be turned off, starts to annoy Michael catastrophically. However, he has no choice. The day goes by, genetically modified food, a pristine room. But nothing changes. A day, food, white room. A day, night, room, food. And nothing changes. The room and nothing else. And suddenly, Michael finds a bug. It seems like a regular bug, but what could be better? In a room where there is nothing, Michael decides to feed it. The food is intended only for participants. Enjoy your stay in the pristine room. Realizing that he shouldn't do this, at some point the guy says that he needs to let it out. Michael starts talking to the camera that he is not going to leave the room. He will just open the door and let the bug out. To which Kate says that it's a bad idea. Suddenly, Michael starts telling his girlfriend that compassion was never her strong suit. And the couple begins to argue. Catherine says that Michael is vegan only because he wants to prove something to someone. Michael argues with her and explains that you can live and eat perfectly in this world without killing anyone. The girl absolutely disagrees with this and tells the guy that his problem is that his father gave him too much. It's precisely the source of his peculiar artistry, which he actively pursues. As a result, the couple argues, and Catherine accidentally steps on the bug. Time goes on, but not as quickly as they would like. Michael tells his girlfriend that he has decided to take an entertainment option. He read in the rules that each person can take 2, but this will cost $100,000 out of the prize money. Then we see Michael receiving a green chalk as entertainment, sacrificing the sum of $100,000. To which Catherine says that this amount will be deducted from Michael's share. Having received the chalk, the guy eagerly gets to work and begins to draw all over the walls of the white room. At some point, Catherine asks him to draw her. Michael offers to draw her image from an artist's perspective, but the girl wants a natural portrait. As a result, Catherine says that Michael just can't draw her naturally and does nonsense, which offends her boyfriend again. After the chalk runs out, boredom sets in again. Kate understands that she crossed the line and apologizes for behaving like the worst kind of jerk. The situation starts heating up after Catherine finds a loaded gun in the bathroom and starts saying that they're just being made fun of, hinting in the process that they'll have to use it sooner or later. In the end, unable to figure out how to get rid of the gun, they throw it under the bed. The next day, Michael unexpectedly receives a video message from his sister, in which the boy's sister says a lot of unnecessary things. She laughs at the fact that Michael decided to drag himself into this room and says that he probably did the right thing, deciding to distract himself in this way from Kat. Immediately after this, Kat receives her own message from an elderly man. The girl reacts extremely negatively and says she doesn't want to hear this. The elderly man tells her that he's in a nursing home, that he's fine, and begins to sing a children's song, saying that he loves Kitty very much. The next day, the girl admits that she lied to Michael about her father. She's ashamed of him, and there are good reasons for this. As it turns out, Kate's father drank their house and the money saved for school fees, depriving the girl of the chance to grow up a normal person. Catherine falls into depression over the situation with her father, and Michael is almost going insane from idleness. An attempt to cheer up Kate leads to nothing, and at some point, Michael says that he feels like he can't cope. Catherine begins to worry that Michael will give up and tells him to take the second entertainment, which will cost $250,000, and the entertainment is a naked girl. And here is where things get interesting. When Catherine comes out of the shower, she sees a fully naked girl, and Michael starts to make excuses, though he's not guilty of anything. The girl introduces herself as Simone and tells her that she is unaware of the spotless room. An agent found her a job, and one of the conditions of the contract was that she not wear any clothes at all. Catherine becomes extremely jealous. She sees that Michael, although not showing it, pays a lot of attention to the other girl. The situation is further complicated by the fact that the new guest has nowhere to sleep. The guy says he'll sleep on the floor, and the girls will sleep together, but Simone says it's nonsense because the floor is concrete. In the morning, Catherine was glad the girl had left the room, but faces her in the bathroom. This whole sad jealousy situation continues until Kate says she wants to have fun, and the room throws them pills, after which they go all out. The whole mess goes on until Michael is completely knocked out. He sees a drowning child whom he cannot save. Michael comes to his senses, and Catherine calms him down, saying that these are just flashbacks. And next, we learn that the child he's hallucinating about is Michael's little brother. He was asked to look after him while their parents were away. As a result, the child fell into the pool. Michael dove after him, but he couldn't save him. Coming to his senses, the guy starts a conversation with Simone. He begins to share his feelings with her and tells her that the loss of his brother has been a major psychological trauma for him. The girl tells him about how she lost her mother, that many people face such difficulties in their life and experience the loss of their loved ones. At this moment, Catherine wakes up. She finds them holding hands and starts to get jealous again. The girl begins to insult Simone. And in the end, the other, out of spite to Catherine, says that there might have been something between them. The next day, Catherine can't find Simone and finally rejoices that she has left the room. But then she discovers a note on the wall saying, "I've never had such an amazing intimacy with a man." Michael immediately starts saying that it's nonsense and that he didn't sleep with her. But Catherine says that Simone resembles his ex-girlfriend, so it's no wonder he cooed so sweetly with her. Michael explains to her that it's all the room. The organizers are playing with her, trying to provoke her emotions, to which Catherine responds that there are no emotions. It's him who slept with Simone, making her jealous. Completely losing her mind, Catherine pushes Michael, and he hits his head on the corner of the wall. The girl immediately rushes to him and apologizes, saying she didn't mean to do it and it was accidental. Michael starts telling her that he never gave her a reason to be jealous. He gave up everything for her, stopped communicating with his rich friends, and in return, all he got were accusations and jealousy. After Michael starts saying he needs medical help, Catherine tries to explain that they don't have that opportunity. If he leaves the room, then it's all over. Hearing this, Michael asks her a key question, asking her how far she's willing to go. Would she let him bleed out if he lost consciousness? He tells Catherine that she has completely lost her head over money, but the girl denies everything. But then Michael suggests they leave the room together. However, we see that Catherine is more inclined to get the money than to give Michael medical aid. Michael tells her that this is not a room, but a mirror. Professor Wojcik built all this to show them and test their moral qualities and spirituality. And they failed this test. Money will no longer help them, and they need to get out of here. After Michael tries to leave, Catherine grabs a gun and threatens her boyfriend, saying she will shoot. Michael responds that he doesn't believe Catherine is capable of that. In the end, Catherine decides only to fire a shot into the ceiling. And Michael, understanding the essence of his girlfriend, leaves the room. But goodbye, Michael Walsh. I hope you enjoyed your stay in the perfect room. And next, we see how Catherine day by day continues to remain alone, hoping to get the rest of the money. But the clock shows that there are 2 days left until the end. And Catherine heads for the button. After some time, Michael, jogging, meets his now ex-girlfriend Catherine. He says they haven't seen each other for a long time and suggests she take a walk. Michael asks if she ended up getting the money for participating in the perfect room. But Catherine doesn't answer his question. In the end, we are shown a sign on the building where Catherine came out, thanking for an anonymous donation, which hints at us that the girl still didn't leave the room, receiving the remainder of the prize money.